YouTube. We are back 3 days post Myrtle Beach Marathon. Amazing experience. I'm about to go on my morning run. We got 4 easy miles this morning. I'm going to share the entire experience with you guys, and I cannot wait. Truly blessed and thankful for the experience in Myrtle Beach this past weekend.
Let's have a day, baby. Let's go. Woo! Beautiful day for 26.2. Come on.
Day, Dirty Myrtle. No littering here.
10 in, baby. Feeling good. Let's go. Jesus is king. Let's go. Come on. Woo!
Let's go.
Come on. On the beach, baby. Myrtle Beach. This is what you train for. 18 to 22. Legs are going to get heavy. Throw them negative thoughts out.
Yeah.
Crush it. Let's go.
Let's do it.
Keep it up. 338. 338. Come on. That's a fight. Let's go. You did it, baby. You did it, baby. You fucking did it, baby. That's all you.
Verse of the day is from Hebrews 13, verse 8. And it says, Jesus Christ is the same yesterday and today and forever. Such a simple one, but such a good reminder that He's the same every day. He's going to be there for us every day, no matter what we're going through the high seasons of our life, through the low seasons. He's always going to be there. If you can realize that and just keep faith no matter what, you'll really see your life start to change. And I can speak from firsthand experience, just finding joy in the struggles, finding lessons in the struggles, and then obviously the good seasons, He's very present. But even when you think He's not present and you're going through struggles in life, He is at work for something greater. I can promise you that. Now, firsthand seen this, you just have to keep faith no matter what you're going through. So I'm extremely grateful to have paced Ford in his first marathon. And there was a lot of things that became evident to me. And the first one was just putting others before yourself. I debatably left this marathon feeling better than I have for any of my own races. And it was just because I got to be there with him through his lowest points. He hit a wall around like mile 22, and he was in a really low spot. And just being there to help him through that, the only thing I could think about was my first marathon and hitting that wall, because there's truly no way you can cheat the 26.2. Your first one is usually always going to be tough. So just being able to be there with him was amazing. And I was keeping him dialed nutritionally, so I know nothing bad was going to happen. We were doing a gel every 30 minutes, BPN Go Gel. And then we were doing water and Gatorade every other aid station because he didn't want to carry a bottle. So I knew he was fine nutritionally because he was taking everything back. He was just hitting that wall of like farthest he's ever ran. Legs are heavy. Pain cave starts to set in. So being able to push him through that was something that I'll never forget. Another thing that took me by surprise was how good I felt after. And this is when I really started to realize my potential in the marathon. I was standing there after the race, like in awe of how good my body felt. Like literally, no exaggeration, felt like I could have run way more. And I think that's all due to just keeping fitness up on the bike, coming off this recent injury, doing literally everything I could to maintain and keep building that fitness, even though I couldn't put feet to the pavement. And man, it paid off. I felt amazing. Even after the race, I felt really good. And, I ran yesterday, Monday, 6 miles, running today, 4 miles, legs feel fresh as ever. So I don't know when my next marathon's going to be, but I know I'm going to be going for a scary goal. I also want to give a special shout out to all 3 of the dudes I went down there with. So Ford, Ryan, and Edwin. Everyone crushed their goals. Edwin ran a 2:51. Ryan ran a 2:53. Both of them with Boston qualifying times. And then Ford in his first marathon with a 3:40. Just the power of community, the power of having a good group of guys around you. It's something you just can't explain. You got to put yourself in environments where you're going to continue to grow and just watch your potential skyrocket. So let's talk about what's next. We got High Rocks Doubles DC at the end of March. And I know it's going to be my first High Rocks. I know it'll probably be humbling because it's a race I've never done, but I'm feeling confident. I did a full sim a week before the marathon. Got a 102, added like 6 minutes to account for the rock zone, which is basically like an area of intermission before you get to stations and before you get to the run. But I think me and Ed can have a good race, and I can guarantee one thing, that I'm going to absolutely empty the tank for that and give it my all for that hour plus we're out there. So I'm looking forward to that. And then we just made our official announcement for the Stoney 100 last night, which is an event that we are hosting as Revitalize here in Charleston at Stoney Field. And for those of you who don't know, Stoney Field is a track. So we're going to be running 400 laps around the track, which is 100 miles. And we are asking the city of Charleston to come out and run with us. Run any amount, any distance they want. And the whole mission is to raise awareness and raise funds for mental health, specifically mental health resources for kids in the area. So I've partnered with Charleston Hope and Quest, two amazing nonprofits in Charleston. And every donation is going to be split evenly between them. So if you're watching this and you want to help out, you want to make a real difference, you can click the link in the video description to donate. And man, it would mean a lot. I had a calling from God at the beginning of this year to create this event. It's been in the works for almost a year now, and I cannot wait. It's going to impact so many lives, and I genuinely appreciate anyone watching if you'd consider leaving your impact. So thank you. Another thing I want to do for you guys is lay out my training schedule for these next couple months right here, because training for a High Rocks, training for 100 miles, it's going to be wild. And I want to take you guys along the journey as we ramp up miles weekly and keep including speed work for High Rocks. It's going to be a lot of fun. So I'm going to go ahead and lay out my training schedule here for you guys to take a look. And just know that I do have a coach, Kat Campbell. I'll give a shout out to Coach Kat. Highly recommend, even as a coach myself, as a personal trainer, if you want to be held accountable, if you want to get to that next level, a lot of the times having somebody else program for you, somebody that can hold you accountable, is the way to go. So coaches need coaches. I'm excited to work with Coach Kat again. She coached me for my last marathon, my sub-3 marathon. So I'm excited to see what kind of fitness we can build these next few months.
You thought I was going to be sleeping.
Good morning. All right, so we are on the way to Ethos Athletic Club here in Charleston. So I've been waiting to kind of break the news because it wasn't official yet, but I'm super stoked to be taking my in-person clients over to Ethos, which is a gym here in Charleston, starting on April 1st. So another month. I'm going through some onboarding there right now, but this place is awesome. Just an extremely good environment, filled with good people, and it's just going to foster a lot of growth for me. And I was going here to work out leading up to now, and got connected with their owner and founder, who's a great guy, and eventually opened up an opportunity for me to come over and train my clients at the gym. So I hopped on that opportunity. I'm super stoked. Like I said, just really good people, and just great for networking. There's people in and out of this gym all day, really good people. And I'm just super thrilled, to be honest. It's going to be a really good experience for me. And I loved the last gym I was at, but I didn't feel like I was getting the growth that I could have been at this stage of my life. So I'm just really excited to be surrounded by people who have, a lot more experience than me, learn from them, and ultimately just keep growing professionally and personally. So I felt like this was the best move for me, and I'm super stoked to kind of get this process started. All right, so we just finished up that upper body training session. So as you can see, I took it a little lower intensity today, but there was a reason for that. Coming back post-marathon, like I said, I got into a run right away, and then I had a tough high rocks workout on top of that. So just wanted to take it easy today. A lot of body weight movements, but it's better to be consistently good than occasionally great. So show up every time. Every workout isn't going to be balls to the wall, high intensity. It's just being consistent and showing up even when you feel like you don't want to. So consistently good over occasionally great is something I preach all the time. So knew I was going to be busy after, so I brought some protein powder. So I have Naked Whey protein in here. Love their protein because it's super quality ingredients. 2 scoops of that is going to give me almost 50 grams of protein. So I'm taking that right away post-workout to help with muscle recovery and obviously muscle growth. So super important to be prepared if you know you're going to have a busy day. With supplements, this is obviously a supplement protein powder or just regular meals to make sure you're fueling your body the way it needs, especially when you're training a lot like myself.
Coach Cat.
Long time no see.
I know. What is up? Good to be back.
It's like I feel like I blinked and we're here.
Yeah, seriously.
Deja vu.
It's been a whirlwind of a time, but it's been fun. I wanted to piggyback off something I talked about earlier, and that is the power of consistency. And to start this off, I want to read a passage from Romans chapter 5, verse 3 through 5. So it says, "Not only that, but we rejoice in our sufferings, knowing that suffering produces endurance, and endurance produces character, and character produces hope. And hope does not put us to shame, because God's love has been poured into our hearts through the Holy Spirit who has been given to us." This is so powerful. I work with so many different types of clients right now, both in person and online, all different walks of life. The clients that set themselves apart, the people that set themselves apart are the ones that can be consistent, the ones that understand that suffering and trials are a part of life, and they stay persistent through those trials. I say persistence because it differs from consistency. Persistency is when you stay consistent amongst all these things happening to you. Maybe it's a bad season for you, but staying persistent and showing up is the best thing you can do for yourself. And that is the cheat code. There's no magic pill you can take. People ask me how I stay so motivated, and the answer is that I'm not motivated. I just have discipline, and I understand that showing up, finding joy in the suffering, using it as a lesson, using it as a means of building endurance, a means of building character, a means of keeping hope. For me, that's hope and faith in God. That is so much more important. That is the best thing you can do for yourself. And it's been something that's been heavy on my heart, so I wanted to share that. And just remember that. If you want to set yourself apart from other people, you have to be able to endure the hard times. Life's not easy for anyone. No matter what you think behind the camera, behind social media, everyone has their own trials, their own tribulations. Those that set themselves apart are the ones that can bear those trials, that can endure those trials and keep hope in themselves and hope in God. So just something that was heavy on my heart and I wanted to share with you guys. It's so incredibly important to stay persistent and show up every day. We are about to head to our evening sessions. I got 2 in-person clients this evening, but I wanted to come on and chat about our event this May that I touched on earlier before I head over there. So the Stoney 100 is this May. It's going to be on May 9th. That's a Friday. It's going to go all the way until May 10th. So there's going to be a core group of us running 400 laps. That's 100 miles around the track. And we are asking the city of Charleston to come out and run with us, whether that's 5 miles, whether that's 20 miles, whether that's 50 miles, whatever it is for you. It can be just a couple laps. We would love for you to come out and run with us. And the whole mission around the event is centered around mental health, specifically mental health resources for kids in Charleston. So both of the nonprofits that I've partnered with, Charleston Hope and Quest, they are actively trying to address this problem. They're trying to get more resources for kids centered around mental health. And it's just something that I never had growing up and something that affected me later in life. And that's kind of why it's near and dear to my heart. So there's plenty of ways to get involved. If you haven't looked at my recent Instagram posts, I'll put my Instagram and our business Instagram right here. Please go check it out. It gives more details than I'm talking about now, but also tells you how to get involved and how to donate. I'll make sure to put the donation link in the description of this video as well. But seriously, this event has been in the works for a long time. I would love and appreciate any support. It's truly, truly a passion of mine this year. And the main goal is just to help impact lives, to help impact those kids that need it, guys. So again, appreciate you. Would love for you to look into it and consider donating. We're making some dinner right now. We got chicken thighs in the air fryer. We got quinoa on the stove, and then I got to figure out what veggies I'm having with it. But I wanted to show you guys how easy it is to make this dinner. So I'm going to flip the camera real quick. So I just seasoned the chicken thighs and then put them in the air fryer. What I'll do is put them in here. I'll put the air fryer on 400, the highest setting, and then I'll start it. Probably not gonna go for the full 20, maybe right under, but I'll just eyeball this. And it comes out so crispy and so good. And then I'm having some quinoa with that to get my grains in. It's a super grain. And then I'm gonna have some veggies, and I'll show you guys the end product. People overcomplicate healthy eating and whole food eating. Really, you just gotta find what you like. So find a protein source you like. For me and Gabby, we love chicken thighs, we love ground beef, we love salmon, we even like ground chicken, ground turkey. So we're basing our meals around one of those things and then just kind of mixing up the other things. Sometimes we'll go beets and sweet potatoes. Sometimes we'll go broccoli and quinoa. You know, we just mix it up, but just base your foundation off of a protein and then go from there. You want to get a protein, ideally a carb or grain source, and then you want a veggie. So you want to build that colorful plate. And yeah, just don't overcomplicate it. Stick to the basics, stick to what you like, build off of it, try new things every now and then, eat healthy. Final product, as you can see, I already took a bite out of it. Completely forgot to film it, but chicken thighs in the air fryer. I like them a little crisped up. Got asparagus that I sauteed on the stove. Then we got quinoa that I also cooked on the stove. We got hummus here, and then tzatziki. 5 ingredients total. Whoo! Come on. Let's eat.